Tay is a senior forward from Amarillo, Texas. On the near side, we have Sawyer Lloyd. Sawyer is a senior guard from Wall, Texas. And Coach, first, your impressions on a game that the shots weren't falling, and UTPB was just playing relentless on defense.
Yeah, we've been impressed with the way UTPB has been playing all season. I think Coach has done a really nice job with those guys. They're deep, and I felt like they came out and their shots were falling, and they played a really good game today, and they executed well.
Tay, going up against Alex Quaidman, she had a double-double. You 6.7 rebounds, not the numbers we normally see. Talk a bit about the hardship of playing today. I mean, they were packing it in on you.
Yeah, UTPB, they're a tough team, always to go up against. They're physical, scrappy, so I mean, it was just a tough matchup all the way around. Quadman's a great rebounder, great defensive player, so I mean, I always like a little competition, and they brought it today.
Sawyer, you were 1 rebound shy of a double-double. The loss kind of negates that, but throughout your career, you've pressed, you've pushed, you've competed, and we saw that today. But I know it has to be frustrating to be sitting up here right now.
Definitely, it's super frustrating, but I wouldn't trade a second of this for the world. I think our team gave it all we had throughout the game, and it just didn't end up our way today.
Okay. Questions for the Rambelles?
Coach, I'm curious if you're able to put into words this season that had so many highs and so many lows. It seemed like consistency was a problem.
Right. We've been talking about consistency all year. It is something that we've got to get better at, and that was my message after this game today. I do feel like experience is everything. I know that this is life. You're going to go through hard times, but we need to use those as growing pains. We need to learn from the bad and run with the good. We need to teach those younger players too what works and what doesn't. They got a lot of lessons this year. They got to go through it. I am excited, and I'm thankful that we were able to get to this tournament, because that too gives them experience here, and that way in the future they're not caught off guard there. But I do think that consistency is everything, and it's not day to day. It's almost possession to possession, minute to minute. Those possessions count, and we have got to make sure that we are consistent in every position. But there is one thing that this team was consistent with this year, and that was they worked hard every day. They come to practice wanting to compete, and they are willing to do whatever it is that we ask them to do. And especially these two beside me and little MJ, we're going to be missing them next year, but I'm very proud. I was blessed to be their coach, and I could go on and on about each one. I don't have that kind of time today, but I love them to death. I could take in all these kids as my own, and I'm thankful that they're willing to work hard every day.
Sawyer, it's going to be for both of you. We'll start with Sawyer. Just your reaction to what you just heard from Coach. It's been a heck of a ride. There have been the ups and downs, and there's also an LSC tournament title that you guys still have there to hang your hat on. So curious your response to what you just heard from Coach.
Yeah, I mean, when she came into the program, I knew that things were going to change, and we did have that kind of impact right when she came. We knew that the environment was going to be different, and we put in every second, and we bought into what she said. I wish this year we could have been more consistent for her and for this team, but like I said, it just didn't end up that way right now.
Coming in with her, I knew she was a tough coach, but things have just gotten tougher every year, and of course we expected that, and sometimes we would meet that challenge, and then this year I guess we just weren't consistent enough to stay the course.
Any more questions for the Rambelles? Anyone?
Sawyer, this is specifically for you. Coming from San Angelo as well, What does it mean to you specifically now that you're at the end of your collegiate career to have basically played your entire career with the Lady Hawks and Wall, and then stay in the same area and playing for the Bells for what amounts to 8 to 9 years,
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor to play for the hometown and to have so much support throughout all of these games and at Wall and in San Angelo. But overall, I'm thankful for the coaches and teammates that have impacted my life and taught me just so much over the years.
And Coach Ellis, we talk every week, and it really seems like this team, although the result isn't what you wanted, like all the way until the end of this game, like they never stopped playing hard, and that's one thing that you can say to them, right? So my question is, what are your overall feelings towards a team that doesn't quite win it all, but still just goes out there and plays their heart out for you every single game?
Yeah, when we go through the recruiting process, that's the first thing that we look at is we're asking, how's her work ethic? And I think that's the number one thing we look for, because we feel like as a coaching staff, if your work ethic is there, then the sky's the limit. We love those kind of players, and I feel like we have a team full of those players. We have to work with them in different areas, but that shows everyone their heart and their passion for the game. Hard work is something that you can control. You're not going to control the shots going in every day, or whatever. There's several things that you can't control on a basketball court, but your work ethic is one. We compete with teams, and we have competed with teams that we shouldn't, because we work hard. And I've always been a believer that work ethic and hard work beat talent. We preach that all the time. But we've got to stay consistent with the things that we can be consistent with, right? The things that we can control. But for players to play hard for you, that is a huge gift to a coach, because it's something that you can't make them do.
And Tay, I got one final question for you. You were the offensive leader on this team this year, just one of the leaders overall. What do you have to say about the other ladies that played with you and surrounded you this season?
Great people, great teammates. Like she said, they all work hard. They all brought competition to practice every day, and we also had a lot of fun and built a lot of friendships and great bonds that I hope we get to carry past this year. And I mean, it's just a great team to have.
All right, ladies, we appreciate your time, and thank you.
Thank you.